Hello there, Courtney here again, and I thought I'd make another video. Considering it's been a couple of days since my last one, which was pretty long. Um, Back then, once again, I was kind of going through a bit of a rough patch. Uh, I'm trying to remember what happened. Yeah, basically, um, I obviously went up to challenge myself in a sense, and um, wasn't wasn't up to the standard I was expecting to be, um, and that really kind of put me down. That, and also I came home, told my parents, and that was down for the rest of the day, to be honest. And for the next morning, so yesterday morning, but then yesterday morning, slowly, uh, slowly kind of brought myself back up to a good place, because just that feeling is horrible. Um, Feeling low, and I feel like I can't like let this be prolonged. Um, I never call it depression, because unless I say there's different severities of depression. Um, Me personally, for that small period of time, I was just on a low, um, which only lasted about well, I think about 12 hours, I suppose, because I went to bed, I woke up still a bit down, but then after about an hour or two, it was fine. I say fine, I was in a better spirit. Now, since then, obviously not much has happened, considering it's only been one day, essentially, since my last video. Um, I was at home most of yesterday, only briefly going out to the supermarket. Um, yeah, that was pretty much it, to be honest. Which was like nearly 2 hours I was out for. Um, things, but things obviously did happen and that, and I got a list. I've actually made a, a document on my computer here saying um, the topics I'm going to talk about today, for a change, because usually I um I just kind of like wing it. Um, that's normally because I got like so much stuff to say, but I think partly because I'm playing Super Mario Maker right now, which is hard while doing this video and making it how can I put it? Oh, gosh, stupid game. Um, Not to make it interesting, but make it so I don't get too distracted. So I made those topics. Uh, and the first one, so I'll go through them now quickly. I got how I have been over the past couple of days. The effects of the brown inhaler, as in like side effects and that. I got the power of ectopic beats, which might take a while to talk about. My old man, and going back to work, and in conclusion, because usually I dawdle on um, just about anything else that comes to my mind, to be honest. Um, so firstly, actually, I do introduction. Well, that was kind of an introduction, but to carry on, um, I have been quite tired, to be honest. over these past few days. Um, Personally, I put it down to two things. One, oh gosh, I died again. One, side effects of the brown inhaler, kind of restlessness, sleeping problems, insomnia, and other one is probably um, the more likely reason, which is my old man not being well, and it basically, one, when he gets up to go cough, it wakes me up. But then, having said that, I still can't get back to bed. Takes me a while to get back to sleep after waking up. So, and it's not just that; it's even like afterwards. He's basically he's still kind of like coughing and whatnot, really badly. So the sound of it is really loud, and he's only next door. So most of the time I can still hear it, and it kind of still stops me from going to bed. But having said that, the thing is, he's coughing now. He goes to work at like 5:30. He's off today, thank God. He goes to work at 5:30, so that's the time I normally wake up. And maybe even my body clock started to get used to it, so it wakes up at that time anyway. But when he goes off to work now, there's like kind of no excuse why I shouldn't be able to just doze off, but I just can't. Yesterday night was pretty hard because obviously he wasn't at work today, so he was off, and he was up like 4, going to the toilet, downstairs taking stuff, coughing, and I woke up and I was just like, I was really worried that like generally like really worried, and I couldn't really focus on that and just was getting anxious. And in the end, I thought I knew my dad, like he's sensible enough to if it gets horribly bad and that, he'll obviously go A&E in that, and my brother's in the room with him as well. So no excuse why if anything happens, no one, like there will be someone there. So I just put my headphones in, to kind of muffle any of the sounds, and it helped a bit. And I was lying there and I dozed off a few times, woke up a few times, dozed off a few times. Eventually till now, well, just before 8 o'clock, 8:40 now, just before 8 o'clock, and yeah, just kind of all I've done so far is go to the toilet, go get a cup of water. My mouth is dry, which is like apparently another side effect. The brown inhaler. So yeah, that's the introduction. That's why I look tired, I sound tired, I feel tired. So the first topic: how have I been over the past couple of days? Like I said earlier, ups and downs. The former being downs, the latter being ups. Once again, obviously, I'm tired now, but I'm in good spirits. I do want to go to bed, to be honest. But having said that, sometimes I feel that even going to sleep will not help the way I'm feeling, sort of thing. It might do, but I doubt. But I kind of know my body, and I feel probably won't. Well, I might make it. Oh no. Wow. So, yeah, like yesterday, for example, I forget the game because I can't concentrate while doing the video. Yesterday, I was in the house most of the time, left for a couple hours, uh, went to the supermarket. Dad asked me if I want to come pick up mum. I said yes because basically because I wanted to keep an eye on him in a sense, being a part of him. I knew he wasn't well, so I just wanted to be with him, like, just in case anything happens. So we went off and that, picked her up. She wanted to go to Morrison's, went Morrison's. Came home and that, and while I was in the car with him, I said to him, kind of just like, you need to ring doctors and that. Mum says you need to go pharmacy, like today sort of thing. So I don't know if he's done it or not. I don't think so, because I think it opens at 8 o'clock, so you ring them at 8 and they'll ring you back. I'll ask him in a sec actually. But he did say he wanted to see how he felt today. But I said, in all honesty, like you don't sound like you're getting any better. So I'd recommend just ringing them now before it gets even worse. If it gets worse, he was saying that he feels like the cough. I said to him, I don't know your symptoms and that, but he said, he said the cough is like the last thing to go when you have flu or whatever he's got. But like I said, in all honesty, your cough sounds like it's getting worse as opposed to getting better. It doesn't just go away like instantly, sort of thing. It gradually relents. So yeah, but like I said, that was yesterday. So but for me, my day yesterday was essentially reading up about ectopic beats, mainly. Once again, trying to find something to kind of quash them. Having said that, I done like a lot of research, and eventually it got me to. Well, I'll talk about that later actually because it's in one of my topics. But so overall, I felt good, mentally wise, physically. Like I said, still got like muscle ache, kind of fatigue a bit, but sometimes that's because I'm like lying down and I'm not doing much. So I think it's like you think about it a bit more whilst I lie here. So, right, second topic is effects of the brown inhaler. Now I was reading up about it because basically when I was taking it for the past like couple of days and that, I basically felt ectopic beats afterwards, and I think that it could be down to two things. One, either the amount I was taking daily, or two, just holding my breath for the extended period of time, and and the reason why it's two options now, it could have been just one, which is, well, one of what it was, which is the holding of the breath, because the last couple of days I've been taking it, and I do hold my breath. Basically the ectopic beat would happen soon after holding, like soon after getting the breath of air back in, and it's Byron. Yeah, man, it's very, so my video is very informative. It is. I put a lot of effort into that last video, I suppose, like I will do in this one too. But I think I said two things. Oh my gosh, brain's gone. Yeah, holding the breath, because the last couple of days, as I said, when I hold the breath, I felt the misfire soon afterwards, and then gosh, and then but also yesterday night now, I was in the mood where this is gonna be in the next topic regarding the ectopic beats. I took it, and then I started washing up the dishes, because in our family meeting on Sunday we said that we're not gonna leave any washing overnight, and because I'd been home all day, like most days, and everyone else went to work, I decided upon myself that I would do the washing up. So I took the brown inhaler 3 times when I was downstairs, and then basically after the second part, I felt an ectopic beat, and I thought, I don't know if I should take another one or not. And then I thought to myself, because of what the doctor said of reducing the dosage over time, I basically took the extra dose, the 3rd dose, because remember in my old video I said that he told me to take 4 twice a day and then reduce it, but he wasn't specific on how to reduce it, like the next day take 3 and then take 2 and then carry on with 2, or for like a couple of days take 4, then a couple of days take 3. I wasn't sure, so I based it on how I felt, and not only how I felt, but also I think it was also like I wanted to recover ASAP, so I thought the more I take, the quicker I'll get better. However, reading on the NHS website, overview. I know I saw it here somewhere, but it basically said that the more you take, it won't make you feel better quicker. Which I don't know if it's true or not. It doesn't. I don't know. It's hard to say if it's true or not, because logically, if you take more, either kind of 2 things will happen. I suppose your body will kind of take it in or reject it, in a sense, I suppose, and it will take it in and it will have more resources to kind of fight whatever, and then probably dump the rest or whatever, dump the rest maybe in the bloodstream or something, I don't know. Having said that, I've heard that this inhaler doesn't absorb into the blood easily, so whatever, I don't know how it would get rid of it, to be honest. Maybe just breathe it out or whatever, but then like I said, if you take more, then it'll have more to use, possibly you could do work quicker. I'm trying to find it here on my computer quickly. No, I can't find it. No, I can't find it. But I did read it somewhere. Um, like this page is very informative. Talks about um the brown hair that I have. Yeah, the brown hair I have. But it's got so many forward slashes. Oh, it's got so many forward slashes and bloody commas and that. Sorry, not commas, and brackets. Man, I can hear my dad again. I don't even know if it sounds worse or better. Gosh. I don't know what's going on, man. I've heard that there's a cop going around, but like, obviously being indoors and that most of the time, haven't been out to see. But my dad got it the worst. Now, so yeah, but back to the brown inhaler now. So I wasn't sure if taking more or taking less was better. Oh, they got real stories. Oh, I don't really want to read that. No, I'll read that in a sec. Sounds like my voice is going as well, which is another side effect. Fucking hell. You can see with that one, I'm just trying to talk quietly. Let me go back. Okay. A bit of water. Cold and refreshing. Okay. Now side effects. Now this is a page I've been on most of yesterday. um, Obviously first they talk about the effectiveness of it and the risks of it. Thing is though, the way you have to think about it, I suppose, is there are so many people out there who suffer from asthma and use this inhaler, and they don't just have respiratory problems. In my case, I have respiratory problems. It's hard to say if I have a heart condition because technically, no, I don't know. I don't really have one in a sense because I'll come onto that in a second when I talk about the atopic beats. But many people have different problems in that. So when you're testing the medication and that on just random people, people with respiratory problems that are just, I suppose, animals at first and then people. We don't know how their medication will affect their existing problems. On top of that, they might cause additional problems. So they've got like little sections where they say common side effects, which is like more than 1 in 100 people, uncommon, more than 1 in 1,000, rare, more than 1 in 10,000, and very rare, fewer than 1 in 10,000. Now, this does talk about, just getting my one. Oh gosh, that stretch. This does talk about my one, but it talks about another one as well, which is for pronounced formoterol. It's got so many words on this that okay, yeah, that's definitely a different one, but it's probably like, once again does the same thing, which is putting steroids in your lungs. Now, I don't want to stretch, to be honest. Now I'll run through like the symptoms and that. So common ones, 1 in 100, or more than 1 in 100 people have headaches, infections, which means there's certain infections of the mouth or throat may be reduced by rinsing your mouth. Because obviously squirting it into your mouth and that causes dry mouth, and when you have a dry mouth, the bacteria have it easier to multiply, and that goes with the same in your throat. And that's why when I take my brown one now, now I take my brown one, I usually immediately brush my teeth, like wash out my mouth and that. When I first started taking it, I didn't do that, but then also because the times I was taking it as well, also I'd do it in the morning, that, but I might like take it in the morning and then brush my teeth like a bit later, and then take another dose like 2, and then I would only brush my teeth like later in the day. So because I've changed the times now, I do it in the morning and at night time. So I'll be inhaling it soon. Actually, it's coming up to 9 o'clock, and I think I took it last night around 9:30ish. Oh God, I gotta be careful when I with this. A little stand there behind me, my TV's on it. Right, I can't pronounce this word. Pharyngitis. Let me Google it. Oh, sore throat. Okay. And voice problems. So, for me, right, my mouth has been extremely dry, and sometimes when I look at my mouth, it does have white patches and that from it being so dry. And even now, it's quite white, to be honest. And mouth does feel quite dry, my lips feel dry, that's for sure. Sore throat, not really, to be honest. Probably sore throat from talking too much, maybe, but not from the medication, I don't think. Voice problems, again, not really. Suppose at the start of the video I felt my voice was going a bit, but with that bit of water I just had now, it feels a bit better. Right, uncommon, more than 1 in 1,000 people. Abnormal laboratory test results, blood problems, burning sensation of the lips, cough, dermatitis, diarrhea, dry mouth, ear or hearing problems, ECG changes, faster heart rate, feeling dizzy, feeling restless, flushing, gastritis, heart problems, increased blood insulin levels, increased blood sugar levels, increased blood supply to some parts of the body. You see there's so many symptoms: increased sweating, indigestion, influenza, irritation of the throat, itching, metabolic problems, muscle spasm, muscle pain or tenderness, nausea, palpitations, rhinitis, sinusitis, I can't pronounce either, skin rash or rashes, swallowing difficulties, taste changes, tremors, urticaria, can't pronounce that, and worsening of problems that basically the medication is being used to treat. That's uncommon. That's more than 1 in 1,000 people. Now for me, um, I'll go through the list again. Abnormal laboratory test results. Well, I haven't had any test results recently, so no. Blood problems, no. I don't know because I haven't had the blood test recently. So burning sensation of the lips. No. Dry lips, yeah. Cough. Yeah, but not nowhere near as bad as like my dad. Like not coughing like constantly all day, every day. Dermatitis, no. Diarrhea, no. But then, if you take too many magnesium tablets or if you have too much in your system, then it will cause diarrhea. Ear or hearing problems, no. ECG changes. I haven't had ECG test recently. But I haven't had one since I started taking the medication, so I don't know. But when I go get my Holter test done, I suppose stuff would pop up, I guess, differently from the last time. Faster heart rate. Um, Not really, to be honest. Um, Once again, that's a really hard one to say because um, I know the blue one does cause a faster heart rate. The brown one, not really. Like I've had faster heart rate, but I think it's been more so due to like the ectopic beats. And the thing is, um, like it's like me personally, I think that the brown one is causing the ectopic beats, which then sometimes can cause my heart rate to go up a bit, only temporarily though. So that's kind of like, it's hard to say. I don't think it's directly, but it could be like a side effect of another side effect, which is a bit weird. Feeling dizzy, no. Feeling restless. Generally, I do feel restless, but let's see. Let me just Google. I like to Google them. I like to see what the specific explanations are. Okay, calm clinic comes up straight away. Feeling agitated and feeling restless. It's cause of anxiety. I don't really feel agitated, I suppose. Kind of a bit too. Sometimes I feel a bit too weak to be agitated, to be honest. I've gone on this page now and it says 5 signs you're restless with your life. And probably, hold on. 5 signs you're restless with your life and what to do about it. I probably won't go through all 5 of them. You're unhappy in your job. Okay, I probably will. You don't know what you want to pursue. You don't have time for things that truly matter. You're passionate as hell, but it fades quickly. You're easily overwhelmed. Okay, fair enough. No, I'm not agitated. I'm not feeling restless. No, I suppose no, it's not linked. That's something completely different. And to be honest, flushing. Oh gosh. Hold on. Flushing symptoms. No, definitely don't have that. No. Right, gosh. It's a long list and a lot of stuff. I don't know what the hell it means. Gastroenteritis, probably don't have that. Let's see what it is. Okay, so do with your stomach, intestines becoming inflamed. No, I don't think I got that. Let's see what the symptoms are quickly. Vomiting, feeling sick, lost appetite, stomach cramps. No. No. Heart problems. Whereas that's for anyone who's already got like a heart issue. It would be a murmur, problem with the sinus rhythm, the sounds aren't normal. It's not, the structure isn't good, as in the ventricles and the valves. So no, I don't have any heart problems. Increased blood insulin levels, increased blood sugar levels, increased blood supply to some parts of the body, and increased sweating. I don't have any of those that I know of. Once again, I have to be tested to see, but because I don't have results before, it's really hard to say. Indigestion, no, that influenza. Once again, Google will help me, because I should know. Okay, I should know these. Flu. It's got flu. Oh my god. Jesus. I should know that. It's flu. Right. Let's see what they're saying here. Influenza, flu. Influenza is a viral infection that attacks your respiratory system, your nose, throat, and lungs. Influenza, commonly called the flu, is not the same as stomach flu virus that causes diarrhea and vomiting. That's all they got. They haven't got. Oh, there we go, symptoms. Right, common signs of flu are fever over 100, aching muscles, especially in your back, legs and arms, chills and sweats, headache, dry, persistent cough, fatigue and weakness, nasal congestion and sore throat. Now, I had the flu jab a couple of days ago. Having said that, I know they said you can still feel rough a couple of days later. Having said that, I had that on Saturday. It's Tuesday now. I did have like a bit of a fever in that, I suppose. But being on medication and that, and obviously still recovering, and a bit questionable about the amount of doses I've taken and what it's caused to me personally. There were so many symptoms that can be caused by the brown one, which then the symptoms caused by the brown one have symptoms in themselves, if you understand what I mean. So for example, like I said, influenza. Okay, the brown inhaler, because it says the brown inhaler side effect is influenza, but then influenza can cause fever, aching muscles, headache, dry, persistent cough, fatigue. But then apparently so can the brown inhaler. So it's like, is the influenza causing it, or is the brown inhaler causing it? That's the question. Irritation of the throat. I don't know, but I don't think so. Possibly though. Itching, no. Metabolic problems. Right, while I Google that. Muscle spasms. To be honest, yes. But then sometimes, I think I've always had that, and I kind of put that down to sleep. Sometimes you get it in your head, like around here or something. And I looked it up, and it said if you don't sleep enough, you kind of get a bit, like some spasms and that. So then I just started sleeping more, and it just stopped, which is good. But I get like sometimes a quick spasm, like like my legs or my arms and that, and it don't last long, I suppose. Uh, yeah, it don't last long enough, I suppose. So it's not like it's spazzing out for like minutes or something like that. Right. Just looking up metabolic disorder. Gosh, why can't I just? Why can't I just make it simple and just have straight answers? I don't think I have this for this. Uh, if you give me a moment. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Missing enzymes, disease in liver, pancreas, endocrine glands, nutritional deficiency. Okay, fair enough. No, I don't think I have that. Nausea. No, like get car sickness, but that's not related at all. Palpitations. Once again, it's hard to say because I've I've kind of always had them for years, and just having them before I took the brown one, so I can't really put it down to that. Personally, like I feel I have a form of POTS. As I said, when I stand up, my heart rate shoots up by like 30, 40 beats per minute, when it's meant to only go up by like 25 max. So having said that, the only way I combat that is by getting up slowly. But then even so, I think back and I think even okay, I always knew I had it. I think I've always had it, but I've always just got up suddenly, and I've always been fine, or maybe I've gotten used to it. I'm not sure, but I suppose something to look into when I go back. When I go back, when I get my 14-day halter, I want to let's talk to the consultant again. But having said that, I think she said I'll see her in 6 months. Because she said she didn't think that there was an issue, which at the time, once again, I thought, I don't want to just take her word for it and that. But that's another kind of issue or another thing to discuss. Meningitis. Right, let's Google that. And let's Google the next one because I know I can't even pronounce it, let alone know what it is. While that's doing it, skin rash? No. Swallowing difficulty? No. Taste changes? No. That'd only happen if you're probably taking inhaler and not washing out your mouth before you eat anything. Tremors. Let's see this now. I don't think I have tremors. Oh wait, I might do. Because it's... Oh, there we go, hold on. Because I found here, because I've typed in tremors, the first thing that's come up is tremor muscle twitching. Now, Earlier I said about muscle spasms. Now I'm saying about muscle twitching. Now, so spasm is like kind of, you see people go into spasms and it's really kind of extreme. Like they're really kind of they can't control their body. So maybe I say maybe definitely don't have the spasms, but the twitching is probably a better description. Now, gosh, my throat's going. Now I found NHS website talking about essential tremors. And then sublinks it's got essential tremor treatment, Parkinson disease, and supraventricular trachea. Which in my letter it says I have very infrequent um ventricle trachea and supraventricular trachea. So aren't I blessed? Aren't I blessed? So I'm gonna I'm gonna try and I'm gonna click on this sublink for supraventricular, but I don't think there's any point because it's probably gonna just take me to the main symptom of supraventricular. Okay, I don't need to know about that. I already know. Um, Most people with essential tremor experience a trembling up and down movement of their hands. The arms, head, eyelids, lips, and other muscles can be affected. A tremor in the voice box may cause shaky voice. Essential tremors are usually more noticeable when you're trying to hold a position or do something with your hand, such as write. It doesn't always affect both sides of your body equally. Essential tremors is a common movement disorder affecting around 4 out of 100 adults over 40. Okay. Some people only have a mild tremor at first. When does tremor become a problem? Now, the one that's caught my eye is taking certain medication, including some antidepressants and treatment for asthma. Taking certain medication for treatment of asthma. Now, what does that mean? Now, to me, don't know, to be honest. But no, that's caught my eye a bit though, to be honest. I suppose essential tremors is more severe than normal tremors. Okay, yeah. Maybe could possibly mean possibly just mean taking. That's it. Yeah, what it just says basically taking medication. So I don't know so much about antidepressants, but I suppose with the asthma, maybe it means you're taking a pump and that, and it's hard to get the right technique to inhale it. Possibly could be completely off. Sometimes the everyday level of tremors can become more noticeable, particularly in older people. Noticeable tremors is also normal and it's often caused by a raised level of adrenaline, which can happen when a person is stressed, anxious, or angry. It's interesting. Adrenaline is an interesting chemical. Yeah, I'll say it's a chemical in your body. Now, adrenaline obviously travels through your body and can put you into fight or flight mode, which is needed for, well, when you're in danger or when you're trying to perform at your probably highest intensity. Obviously, adrenaline goes through your body when you exercise, and naturally you have higher adrenaline levels when you're stressed. um, and angry. Um, so what I'm trying to say is, for me, and the whole ectopic beats, which is pretty much um, set off more by having more adrenaline in your body, is probably the reason why I was having them so frequently over the past, say, like 2-3 months. Um, Even having said that, I'm not saying um, not saying by any means if I just maybe I stress free, anxious free, angry free, I would never have them. Um, Only thing is I probably have them less. Now, I say that because, one second. I say that because at work, like most people, they get very stressed and that um, due to the workload they're given, people they have to work with, etc. Customers and that. Anxiety, um, same sort of thing. Apprehensive, I suppose, maybe about the amount of work you might have to do, situation that you'll be put in that you're not familiar with, that sort of thing. And anger, once again, same with stressed people you work with, what you have to do, what you're expected to do, which you might feel is unfair. Everything combined is like might be too much. Um, and for me, I think a combination of those three caused to more adrenaline in my body, and then set my ectopic beats up. Um, like generally, it's interesting because for a period when um, I was experiencing them more, like loads and loads. Like I'm talking, I went to work one day and I was literally having misfires like every kind of few seconds and that, and that freaked the hell out of me, to be honest. Um, that really did, because I hadn't had any examinations in a while. Um, so I went for an ECG and everything, and they said everything sounds fine, as they do. Um, then I was like persistent and asked for more tests, and obviously, like I said, I got the echocardiogram, which is probably one of the most important ones, because at least then you get to see a structure of your heart, and um, so long as it's functioning normally, then you don't really have anything to worry about. Like that is like honestly the main thing. Um, that's why I want to go into this in my next topic. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there because I want to go into that properly. To be honest, probably gonna end this video in about 6 minutes because it's been going on for 54 minutes. I'll do it like in 2 parts or something like that. Okay. I'm just looking up the next ones now. Sinus infection. So a lot of these you can't. I don't know if I have or not, because some of them you need like testing for them. Rhinitis, rhinitis, I can't pronounce that one. Basically, inflammatory of the inside of the nose caused by an allergen such as pollen, dust, mold or flakes or skin from certain animals. No, I don't think I have that. Okay. And lastly, worsening of problems. So if your condition gets worse, and I think it says if it doesn't improve, it just becomes worse after starting treatment, then that's 1 in 1,000 people. Thankfully, rare, more than 1 in 10,000 people isn't as long as the previous one. Right, there's only 5 here. Angina, no, I don't have that. Angioedema, probably the swelling of deeper layers of the skin caused by buildup of fluid. Nope. Blood pressure changes, not that I know of. Bronchospasm. If you develop an increased wheezing immediately after using an inhaler. No. Kidney problems, once again not that I know of. And very rare, fewer than 1 in 10,000. When they take the brown inhaler, breathing difficulty. No. Hypersensitivity reaction. No. I don't even know what that means, to be honest. Let me check that. The next one is if you take the brown inhaler in large amounts or for a long period of time, other side effects may occur. These are related to the effects that steroids have on the body. This may include Cushing syndrome, not even Cushing, Cushing syndrome, Cushing-like symptoms, adrenal problems, lowering of bone mineral density, growth suppression in children and adolescents, cataracts or glaucoma. Jesus, that kind of got me a bit worried because it says large amounts, and I posted on the forum the other day and asked them, is 4 parts every 2 days like too much? One guy said that's quite a lot. Having said that, my actual packaging says not to exceed. Find it. I know I've read it on here. A spacer device should always be used when adults and adolescents 16 years age or older are taking total daily doses. Oh no, hold on. Taking total day. Okay, so it's not even what I read. I read it wrong. If you're taking more than 1,000 or more, then must always be used. Then you must use your spacer. So essentially, that guy might be wrong because there's different forms of this one. So you can get 100 mcg, 200 mcg, 400 mcg of that inhaler. So if you had like 200, obviously I would take like, it's like 400, I'd take roughly 2 and then 2. But for me it was like 800, so 400. But he was saying that it's quite high, but then to gradually lower it down. So, and even then I said I didn't even know what he meant, like daily or what. 19th of the 9th. That's the thing, I don't know why I didn't start taking it straight away. I got it from the shop, going off topic here. I got it from Tesco, went home, that was Saturday. I didn't take it Saturday. I didn't take it the next day when we went to Portsmouth. I only took it the next day because on the Sunday, Mum said to me, "Right, you started taking it." And the only reason I didn't take it until like Monday was because I didn't want to just didn't want to take it because I thought the blue one was doing the job, so I thought I didn't need to take it. But because the blue one to me doesn't really feel like it does much, and it only increased my heart rate, and that I just thought I don't take that anymore. I just take the brown one. But yeah, so back to the point. The problem with large amounts is it's not specific to how much is a large amount. Is a large amount 800? Is a large amount over 1,000? Who knows? It's there is a number, roughly average number, but it's just not on here. Another one is taking it for long periods of time. There another thing. What's a long period of time? A month, 6 months, a year, 10 years. Who knows? And edema of the lips, face, eyes. Can't pronounce that one. Or extremities. Nope. My face looks the same, other than a bit more hairy because I haven't had a shave in a while. Redness of the skin. Nope, it's alright. And lastly, it says the frequency of these side effects is unknown. Aggressive behaviour. Now, I haven't been aggressive at all. If anything, I've been the complete opposite. Quite. Oh dear, the doorbell is going, and I don't know who it is, but I must answer it. So I will be right back.